Alright, so, I guess, I was looking on YouTube about some, Xanax videos. Like I was saying, about my other Xanax, video there, how to quit Xanax. So this video from Australia is saying 2 milligrams of Xanax is worth $100. Wow, I should probably take my medicine over there, eh? Pay for my flight, my hotel. Shit. What would that be? That'd be $100,000 probably what I get prescribed a month. I don't believe that. $100 for a 2 milligram? Yeah, no. Anyways, this Australian video is talks about blacking out and suicide. Of course, you know, after about the third or fourth day, you know, you start thinking about suicide. Yeah, I had to end up in the hospital about 3 times before the doctor here in Canada gave me what he's giving me now. In Thailand I was taking 16 milligrams. This guy in Australia here, he's taking 2 milligrams a day. And he goes through bad withdrawals. Imagine what I went through, you know, taking 32 milligrams when the doctor gave me 16 milligrams. Oh, I took it all. 2 weeks. I don't remember my daughter's birth. Don't remember what hospital she was born at, like I said on my other video there. I blacked out for 2 weeks. Don't remember the whole 2 weeks. And it also talks about some lady here in jail because she killed a lady on a bike. And that's what I'm going through right now, court. About they're looking for a year and a half in jail for DUI, dangerous driving, hit and run, and failed to produce urine sample. You know, I told the cops, I said, take a breathalyzer. DUI, fuck you. You know, here. Oh, we don't smell alcohol in your breath. Well, you ain't getting a piss sample. You need a judge's fucking warrant for that shit. You know, hit and run. The hell did I hit? Some trees? There's no fucking insurance claim. I didn't hit a vehicle. And a person? If I hit a person, I would be charged with assault with a deadly weapon or something like that, you know, which I'm not. So hit and run on what? Not on a vehicle, and definitely not on a person. Otherwise, I'd have, you know, like I said, I'd have different charges. And that was a blackout. Apparently, my lawyer gave some the prosecutor gave him a disc with all the 911 calls there on me, and apparently, I took some Xanax before going to work, and I ended up in another city, which I don't remember going to, and I guess I was in a resort, some kind of resort, and I guess I walked in the resort doors, asking the lady if she wanted to buy my van. Like, what the hell is that? You know, I don't know why I was trying to sell my van at a resort, but I guess I did. I mean, that's what she called, you know, 911. Yeah, I think there's an intoxicated person. He walked in here. This is blah 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 resort, you know, and we're trying to stop him from, you know, try to get his keys. Well, you know, I don't remember that. I do remember backing up my van, and you know, some guy opened my driver's side door. I had my seatbelt on, trying to pull me out of the vehicle, and you know, I kind of like snapped back at it. You know, my adrenaline kind of took over, and the blackout just, you know, kind of disappeared. And that's when I came to, and you know, and so while my door was open, I was like, what the fuck, where the fuck did this guy come from? You know, I put it in drive, and I'm looking at my rear view mirror, and there's a guy in a red Dodge Ram pointing a gun at me. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? You know, I'm trying to get out of there. You know, and I go around this dirt. It's all dirt road there. A resort with dirt road. Anyways, I go by one road, and there's 4 trucks there trying to block me off. Apparently the lady said to the 911, yeah, we're trying to take his keys. We're trying to stop him from leaving. That's not how you get somebody's keys. Okay, try to block them off, pointing a gun at them. It's not how you get someone's keys. Fuck you. And anyways, I thought these people were after me, trying to kill me and put me in a ditch. So what I do, of course I'm gonna fucking take off. And so I go around these 4 trucks, and then it's another swerve on this dirt road, and some more trucks. I don't know where the hell they came from. And there's 2 quads on either side of the 4 trucks there. And I tried going around them again, and another truck came and blocked me in. I had nowhere to go, so I ended up going through a bunch of trees onto the next road. Scraped off the whole right side of my van, you know, fearing for my life. You know, thank you, reserve. That's not how you take someone's keys. Again, next time, do not do that. And dangerous driving. Yeah, obviously I'm driving dangerously, fearing for my life, trying to get away from these fucking people that I don't know what the hell is going on. So, ran through some trees, and you know, my tank's on empty, and there's 2 trucks following me. I don't know where the hell I am, and I'm just driving, and finally I hit the highway. I don't know if I turn east or west or north or whatever way. I just know I got to the highway. And I used my cell. I called 911 because I didn't want to get killed and left in the ditch on the side of the highway. You know, that guy pointing a fucking gun at me for my keys. Hello, really? And yeah. So, anyways, 911's like, where are you? I said, I don't know. The sign says 314. Well, are you going east or west? I don't know. I don't know where the fuck I am. You know, I got 2 trucks following me. One of the trucks back there, you know, pointed a gun at me. I don't know what they want. They're following me. My gas tank's on empty. Blah blah blah. And meanwhile, the 2 trucks behind me are calling 911 as well. And you know, I'm not speeding. I'm not going 160 kilometers an hour trying to get away from them, because you know what, speeding, it's not going to get you away from anything. I was going the speed limit. You know, I know they ain't going to ram my car or my van. And I seen the RCMP on the other side, so I went in the left lane and I pulled over for them, thinking they were on my side. Well, what do? They tackled me out of my van, pushed me to the cement, and handcuffed me. And like it's my fault. What about these guys freaking that were following me? Trying to get my keys. Fuck. And now I'm being charged. Want a year and a half in jail for what? For blacking out and trying to sell my vehicle to a reservation or whatever it is, resort, and trying to get away from people pointing a gun at me? Now I'm supposed to do a year and a half for that? Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, yeah, Xanax, it blacks you out, and yeah, there's people, they go through hell 2 milligrams a day. I was on 16 milligrams a day in Thailand, and yeah, like I said, yeah, the first time I got 16 milligrams from the psychiatrist a day, I took them in 2 weeks. So I don't know how much I was taking every day, but on average, let's say 32 milligrams. Don't remember anything, and I knew I couldn't go back to the psychiatrist to get more. And couldn't leave my house. I thought my wife was poisoning my food. Hallucination. You want to talk about hallucination? I thought I died. You know, I was thinking to myself, when did I die? Where did I die? Is this hell? You know, is this where I'm going to spend the rest of eternity in this house? I was looking at my wife. I thought she was a twin, like my real wife took off, and she was this lady was a replacement. I wouldn't eat any of her food she was cooking. I couldn't eat for 2 weeks. So we ended up buying, this was during the flood in Thailand, like all of Thailand got flooded. This was probably like 2010 or something like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. Anyways, so all of Thailand was flooded. Luckily, I didn't have to go to work because Ayutthaya was flooded right up to the neck. So there was no work for me. I was locked in my house for about a month and a half. I was too paranoid to go outside, even open the door. Trucks driving by, I thought they were coming for me, you know. And like I said, my wife even asked me, she says, why aren't you eating your food? You think I'm poisoning it, don't you? I said, how do you know? You know, I thought she could read my mind. I was tripping out big time. I was like, yeah, I think you're poisoning my food. So I started eating chips and pop. You should her going to the store next door there in Thailand, bringing back chips and pop. I'd open my pop, drink some, and put the cap back on. If I had to go to the washroom and there was pop left in there, I wouldn't touch the pop because I thought she was poisoning it. Yeah, but I was lucky to have her by my side, even though I didn't think she was my wife at the time. I thought she was a twin, like a double. But it was nice to have someone around, taking care of you while you were going through this. And I had really bad tremors. Like I said, I was trying to hang up laundry and I couldn't. I was shaking and I was laughing 1 second, crying the next. My moods were up and down in seconds. Like 1 second I'm laughing, next second I'm crying, next second I'm just angry. Like, you know, somebody come through my freaking door. I was holding the M4 there, and you know, listening to Tupac, and you know, it kind of calmed me down. I kept replaying that song by Tupac. What is it? Where that girl is yelling at him. Oh yeah, the little kid says, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And then mother says, I know what's wrong with that crazy motherfucker. He's just standing by the goddamn window with that fucking AK all day. He don't work, you don't fuck, you don't do a goddamn thing. I see that around the corner. Gotta stay high while I survive. That music, it got me through for a little bit. You know, that the mood swings. I was holding that gun. I was just looking outside the window. I was like, yeah, somebody come here, please. You know, I'm just. And then, you know, that night, start bawling for no reason, just crying and mood swings. And it also talks about suicide on this video here coming up. Coming back to Canada, dropping my dose. Yeah, I had to go to the hospital 3 times before the doctor here in Canada says, okay, here, I'm going to give you this. You know, and he bumped it up 3-fold. And thank you to that doctor. I'm not going to name what doctor or what doctor's office, but thank you very much. So anyways, actually, another piece of useless information. Xanax in Australia is going to be, like in Canada, we have triplicates for like oxycontins and morphine and shit like that. Any opiates. In Australia, they're gonna put Xanax down as a poisonous substance, and you need a triplicate, especially, or just for Xanax, you need a triplicate. So, just to write Xanax prescription, you have to have a certificate just to write that medication out. It's not for benzos, it's just for Xanax. And this is what they're doing in Australia. Yeah, so enjoy the video. And I hope this helps me. I'm gonna I have some more videos of people blacking out. And I hope this is gonna help me in court. I'm gonna show this to my lawyer, and you know, the prosecutor saying it's a complicated case. Well, what's complicated about it? You know, you get the Xanax bottle. Fucking, yeah, let's see. Here. Let's see, which one? Here, all these are Xanax. Okay. Do you see any warning signs on this? Oh, right. May cause drowsiness. Alcohol may intensify this effect. Use care when operating a car or dangerous machine. Says nothing about blackout. This one here. Same thing. May cause drowsiness. Alcohol may intensify this effect. Use care when operating a car or dangerous. Intensify what effect? Intensify taking the anxiety away and panic away? Is that what intensify means? It says nothing about black notes. So can I sue the freaking companies for not putting labels, blackout labels on here? Here's a red label. Let's read the red label here. May cause drowsiness. Alcohol may intensify this effect. Use care when operating a car or dangerous machine. Yeah, no. Here, let's take a look at some Xanax from Thailand. No warning. No warning, no warning, no warning. These ones are so old. Here's Alprazolam, Xanax, 240 pills. Take 4 pills twice a day. I don't know when this was. Revitrol. Let's see some more. I keep my bottles. Don't ask me why. Keep out of reach of children. This is Rexall thing. And this one doesn't even have a warning sign. All it says is keep out of reach of children. No warning sign for this Xanax. For Rexall. This is another Rexall case. No warning sign on this one. And this one is... what's this one? Oh, this one's Xanax. Okay, there's a warning sign on here. It says, this medication may cause drowsiness and may increase the effect of alcohol. If affected, do not drive a motor vehicle or operate machinery. Okay, so here it's saying it may increase the effect of alcohol. The other one, it says may increase the effects. Effects of what? And what are the effects? May increase taking away your anxiety, taking away your panic. Increase what? So what? If I get a 1.5 years in jail, can I sue these fucking label companies or what? Can I sue these fucking drugstores for not putting may cause blackouts? Yeah, let's see. Anyways, enjoy your Australian Xanax Xanax video. I'll put more up later, and I'm gonna find more blackout ones because the lawyer and the prosecutor says my case is a very complicated case, which, you know, 7 people called 911 on me saying I was doing 120 kilometers an hour through the resort, which I wasn't. Fucking liars, you over exaggerate. I know I was going to the speed limit. If I was doing 110 kilometers, I'd smash right into you in the fucking dirt road, on the curved road when you guys were trying to block me in. Yeah. And anyways, RCMP, fuck you too. Tackling me out of my van when I'm the one who fucking called you on an empty tank. Got guys chasing me. Yeah. Anyways, the adrenaline kind of took the blackout away. You know. I'm going to show this video to my lawyer. And I want, if it, oh, 1.5 years, fuck my ass. I did nothing wrong. There's no fucking label on there to blackout. There's no, nothing. 1.5 years. Fuck. Enjoy the video.
Heath Ledger, Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston all had traces of the anti-anxiety drug Xanax in their bodies when they died. In Australia in the past year, there has been a Xanax explosion, prescribed more than 1 million times by family doctors, and that's not counting the growing black market. And that's frightening because what so many don't realise is that Xanax is more addictive than heroin, and ordinary Australians are suffering extraordinary side effects. This story was brought to our attention by Dr. Tanveer Ahmed, one of Australia's leading psychiatrists. Danielle Hannon was a striking Sydney socialite, a fashion model who spoke 3 languages. 10 years ago, a doctor prescribed Xanax for her anxiety. Look what it's done to her.
Well, I get up in the morning and about, if I haven't taken even half, I'll be hallucinating. And so that's why it's so important. So I've got to take one now. It's not a horrible taste. When I first took it, it gave me the most incredible feeling of just numbness in my brain, pushed past the horrible, horrible past behind me.
Danielle is now 47 and a Xanax addict. She spends her days in her little flat with her partner Charlie.
Hi, Dr. Dante. How are you?
She's been Dr. Tanveer Ahmed's patient for close to 4 years, and truth be told, he's struggled to help.
Now, I understand you've tried to come off it before, haven't you?
Yes. It was the worst thing I've ever been through.
Tell me about it.
I went completely mad.
I want to get the word out there that, you know, you can have everything that you worked hard for in your life, and you can lose it in a second. Xanax took my life. It took my life, and, you know, doctors want to give it so easily, and it's so dangerous.
Nicole Shellard was a model mum, an occupational therapist from a wealthy family.
Nicole, thank you so much for doing the interview. My name's Tanveer. We've come all the way from Australia. I think you're being very courageous. Come and sit down.
Thank you very much.
Now she's a model prisoner, unable to explain to her children how the blackouts caused by Xanax destroyed her life and left a stranger dead.
I think it's really hard for them to just understand what happened to their mom, who was doing really good, who was functioning, to my mom's in jail now because she killed someone with her car.
Xanax is the most potent anti-anxiety drug on the market, a powerful version of Valium that works fast. What concerns Tanveer Ahmed is how powerfully addictive Xanax is.
When I started practicing medicine a decade ago, Xanax was virtually unknown. Now, it's the most popular pill of its kind. More than 1 million prescriptions were written last year in Australia. That's a quadrupling in 10 years. And that's what concerns me, scares me, that so many people have no idea that this little pill is more addictive than heroin.
We know Heath Ledger had Xanax in his system. We know Michael Jackson had Xanax in his system. And, of course, Whitney Houston. They're desperate. They've tried this drug. They tried that drug. And in the benzos, the sedatives, that whole group of drugs, the most potent available drug is Xanax.
Dr. Peter Breggin is an American psychiatrist who has been warning about the dangers of Xanax since it was first approved for use in the US.
Over 20 years ago, you thought Xanax should be taken off the market.
If it had been taken off the market, we probably have 1 million or more people alive who are dead now.
Does it even work for what it's meant to work for, anxiety?
It will work if you take one once in a while to dampen your emotions. It works by disabling your brains. You will get some effect of reducing your anxiety. But there's a lot of problems with it. The more you take it, the more the brain's fighting back, and the more you're creating anxiety. So in the studies that we used for FDA approval for Xanax, by 8 weeks, the patients were worse. They were in serious withdrawal. Up to 1/3 of them couldn't even get off the drug. After 8 weeks, they couldn't get off the drug. That's how addictive it is.
I always knew I was bright when I was in school, and I could have pretty much been anything I wanted to be.
Daniel Politi hasn't had a Xanax tablet since yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sort of in a half mini attack now. My heart's all racing away, so.
In 1992, Daniel was one of the first Australians prescribed Xanax. He was 14. The anxiety he's experiencing is a symptom of Xanax withdrawal.
It's a mental thing, really, I suppose. Yeah, I don't even need to have one, but if I know the bottle's in my pocket, yeah, anxiety's not as bad.
Doctors first gave him the tablets to control panic attacks, but Daniel quickly became addicted.
It's a nasty sort of way. illness to have. Yeah. Yeah. I sort of do something. They freak out.
Eventually, it becomes too much, and after 24 hours without Xanax, Daniel reaches for a tablet, a sign of his addiction.
They give me 7 a week now. It's 1 a day.
Some common things when people come off Xanax, like they might hallucinate, sometimes they have...
I've had hallucinations. I've fitted once. But I used to have a strong, sorry, mate,
You're right, take it to them.
the question you just asked, just before this, yeah, can I get you to say it again?
I was just, what was it like when you didn't get...
The tablets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just a nightmare.
Daniel was married and had a solid job with Telstra. He lost it all when he couldn't kick Xanax and the feeling the tablets gave him.
They relax me, like 15, 20 minutes, and I can think clearer. It stops, the anxiety shaking, doing head miles, what should I say, what should I say, all these sort of things. And, yeah.
Now I understand sometimes, you ended up in hospital.
Yeah, because I've had too many. Yeah, been strapped down, all that sort of stuff,
What permanent damage can Xanax cause on our brains?
We're getting more and more evidence that long-term you get dementia. And this should be no shock. You can't impair cognitive functions day after day after day after day after day and expect the brain to not get worse and worse. So not only are you losing cognitive function, people are losing periods of time. They don't remember going to their daughter's wedding. They don't remember the vacation they took with family. They start to lose their sense of identity for a period of years that they've been on Xanax. It's just bad news.
The health of this nation is under attack from many different directions. And we're not even talking about health. We're talking about freedom. Yeah! Because when you lose your health, you are no longer free.
New York's Long Island is a community in crisis. Behind the gleaming facade is a prescription drug problem of frightening proportions.
People look at your life and they think you have everything because you live in this beautiful area. You have maids, you have Mercedes, you have BMWs, you have money, you have no problems. And inside that home was so many problems.
Nicole Shellard was an anxious teenager from a wealthy family. She had a master's degree, a career, and 2 young boys. But when her marriage began to crumble, so did she. Her doctor prescribed Xanax.
And I thought that it was helping me and it was just hurting me.
On a spring afternoon in May 2010, Nicole was driving. She'd taken several Xanax, and one of its side effects is blackouts.
I remember getting in my car, putting my seatbelt on, and I don't remember anything after that.
Riding her bike along the same stretch of road was a popular local hairdresser, Catherine Underwood. Against the force of Nicole Shellard's car, Catherine didn't stand a chance. Nicole doesn't remember a thing.
When did you realise the full extent of what happened?
It was my first morning in jail, and the inmates threw the paper in my cell. And they said, how do you feel that you killed somebody? And I was in 23.5-hour lockdown in a cell. And I was staring at my picture and this woman's picture. And I was in total and complete shock.
Nicole was convicted of manslaughter. Her case became a lightning rod for a community struggling with the dark side of Xanax abuse.
As of recently, it's become somewhat questionable coming to work. The question being, will I come home at night?
Don Cantolino is a well-known local pharmacist. In the past 6 months, colleagues, customers and a policeman have all been shot dead in pharmacies by addicts.
I now carry a weapon, and I never thought I'd get to that point.
You carry a gun?
I carry a gun. It's not something I ever wanted to do, but it is what this situation has pushed me to. And my theory is I'd rather be judged by 12 jurors than carried by 6 pallbearers.
All of these prescriptions have been forged, and we have made copies of them.
Across Long Island, chemists are installing elaborate security. On the black market, a single Xanax tablet is worth up to $100. To put that in perspective, a bottle of generic Xanax that costs a chemist $30 is worth $30,000 on the street.
Another aspect to this is organized crime has infiltrated the scenario. We have complete shipments of drugs from manufacturers en route to wholesalers being stolen.
It's pretty big right now, coming out in the western suburbs. Because I think what people are doing, they're trying to chase heroin, and they can't get that, so they get the Xanax to blitz it off out.
Well, who prescribes it to you now?
A medical centre in Penrith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever give it out to anyone else?
Never. Everyone knows not to bustle me for medication. Yeah.
Have you heard?
I don't care if it offers me some, like $50 one, I won't sell it.
Yeah. Is there a market rate for it?
Oh.
How much would that be?
Between $3 and $5 a tablet.
You push me. You push me.
Dr. Tanvir Ahmed believes it's time the federal government acted. It's time Xanax was made harder to get.
What's your advice to the Australian government regarding Xanax?
Oh, be the first government to ban the drug. Be the first government to take a stand on this horrendous drug. And at the least, give out warnings that it causes violence and suicide and depression. And if you take it more than 2 or 3 weeks, you're heading for serious trouble. But I think it's a drug that doctors shouldn't give out.
And Pfizer, the makers of Xanax, have provided a statement which is on our website. They stand by the drug for short-term treatment of anxiety. Also on our website, you'll find links to helplines for people concerned about drug addiction.